at Cersei Dynex, we have compiled a database that helps us do some crunching of the numbers. And what we've been able to find is that published just this year alone, there have already been 1.9 million open access articles that are peer reviewed. 54% of the articles published in 2020 are openly available today. And in total, there are about 42 million open access items available, published throughout the last couple of decades. And fewer than 20% of this content is available through the directory of open access journals. So much of this content isn't being published in open access only journals. It's being published in traditional journal products that you might subscribe to, where we call them hybrids. Some of them have open access, so you can access them without a subscription, but articles in that same issue, you may have to have a subscription to get to. So that is where the majority of open access publication is today. If we look at the graph on the right, what we can see is the trend in open access publishing. So right now we're at that 54%. We've passed half of all new things coming out being published with an open access license. It's anticipated that by 2040, we'll be at 100%, that the business model for academic publishing is just really going to flip to open access. That is for articles. Books, even though there are open access books available today, the models are a little different. That is not accelerating at quite the same pace that we're seeing with the open access articles. So what's driving this growth of open access publishing? The first thing is funder mandates. So when researchers take grant funding to fund the research they're doing, they are more and more often being required to publish any resulting papers with an open access license. So these funding agencies are likely to be taxpayer funded organizations. So things like the National Institutes of Health in Europe, the European Commission, but they can also be private organizations like the Gates Foundation or the Wellcome Trust. And what they want is to say, if we fund the research, we want that knowledge, the resulting knowledge, to be broadly available. And the best way to do that is to publish it with an open access license and make it available free online. So that's one thing that has been pushing the growth of open access publishing. The other thing we see is institutional mandates. So this is when a higher education institution says, if you are one of our affiliated faculty, we require that you publish your research with an open access license. This is a growing mandate. There are over 800 universities that are requiring that their faculty publish with an open access license, and they're just starting to enforce it more as well. So we're seeing more broad open access publishing, where when it started, it tended to be more science-based, where there are more research grants. Now it's spreading across all disciplines, open access publishing. And the last thing we see that's really driving open access publishing are what we call transformative deals. So this is where a library organization, generally, usually a consortium, is negotiating with a publisher to say, we will pay you for your backlist controlled access content, but we also want in this negotiation to secure the right for our affiliated faculty to publish with an open access license. And the deals may either just set the price for that open access publication. So authors to publish something open access, authors pay the publisher, and that price might be set. And in some cases, that price may already be covered. So the publisher's collecting dollars up front in order to cover the open access publications for those authors that are affiliated with the organization. What this does, again, is bring down the barrier for open access publishing for researchers who don't necessarily have grant money to pay the article processing charges that are involved in open access publishing. And again, this is just really adding new breadth to the content areas that are seeing open access publishing.